Hello, fellow Disrupt attendees, and welcome to our booth. My name is Marcin, and I'm the co-founder of ShareTheBoard. I'd like to tell you a few things about our application and the problems that it solves. Our application identifies and digitizes handwritten content in real time, allowing you to bridge the hybrid divide. What does that mean? Like me, you are in a hybrid world. You are surrounded by these digital tools like laptops and smartphones and all these applications that allow you to create and co-create digital content, but you also have at your disposal all these fantastic analog tools like whiteboards and notebooks and pieces of paper and blackboards, etc. So while your world is both digital and analog, all of those aforementioned tools are either or. This dichotomy breeds quite a lot of inefficiency and frustration. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to cover what I think is a pretty common use case, what we call the hybrid collaboration use case, where you might be sitting in a room with a couple of colleagues, but then also working with remote participants during a meeting. Odds are, if you're part of that remote group, you're pretty frustrated when somebody tries to use a whiteboard. And for good reason. The content on that board is often obstructed, it might be backwards, it might be illegible, and even if it wasn't any of those things, you'd still have to write it down, rewrite it, copy, whatever. All of those problems are now a thing of the past. So rather than being frustrated with this view as you might just in a video conference, using ShareTheBoard, that same interaction is far more different. So here I am using the exact same laptop, using the exact same board, the exact same marker, the exact same room. The only difference is that ShareTheBoard is doing the heavy lifting for me. It is identifying handwritten content in real time. It is putting any obstacles such as people sort of behind that content, making it appear transparent, making it really easy for my remote participants to see what it is that I'm writing. We think that's pretty neat, and we hope that you do too. Now, you might ask yourself, well, isn't this kind of similar to touchscreens? And it is. They solve a similar problem. However, they're heavy and large and terribly expensive. And if you are, even if you are affluent enough to be able to outfit every room, every classroom with touchscreens and similarly complex hardware, if you can't get to that hardware because of car trouble, sick kid, pandemic, whatever it might be, all that expensive mobile hardware is completely useless. As a software solution, ShareTheBoard is entirely mobile. Anywhere you can take your laptop or your smartphone, you can take ShareTheBoard. It is entirely scalable, whether you need one license or 1,000, it's just a couple clicks. And it is aggressively cost effective compared to those hardware solutions. So we think it is cool, and we think it's very neat, but of course we want to know what you think. But before you answer, I'd like to demonstrate just a couple more features. Hopefully you'll agree that just being able to increase the legibility of the content is already a step up, particularly for our remote participants. But you can go one step further. By sharing a stream of your board with your remote participants, you're effectively giving them sort of a front row seat to the board itself. So you can see that nothing is in the way, no obstruction, regardless of what's going on the board. They can see exactly what's written down. They can see it clearly. Not only that, they can save that content with one click, boom. And now, in a world premiere of a new functionality here at Disrupt, we'd like to show you a nice new function that we call digital annotation, wherein your remote participants can actually contribute directly to that board. So the promise of remote whiteboarding is now being paid off. Not only can you deliver legible content using digital and analog tools simultaneously, without any new gear, without any learning curve, without any complexity, but you can also engage your remote participants and your physically present participants simultaneously. We think this is beyond cool. Hopefully you'll agree. The use cases are broad. We covered this collaboration one. There's quite a lot in the education space, and really anywhere that you share a shared surface. And that's important because we're not just sharing boards. A lot of us are, in fact, using our application to share pieces of paper. Just point your camera at the desk, share the piece of paper, and now the people who are seeing that piece of paper can even write along with you. It's nothing short of magic. So try it out. Please go to sharetheboard.com. There's a free trial that you can use, or over here on the side you can see there is a 10% discount to all Disrupt attendees. Please feel free to contact us and get the details there. But first and foremost, play with it. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, of course, go to ShareTheBoard.com and fill out our little contact form there, or use the nifty Q&A feature here, or come by during one of the live demo and Q&A sessions with yours truly. Be happy to answer your questions. That's it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.